again, this is not a standard triathlon, so we don't actually have a standard transition area. For people who want to rack their bikes, which will largely be solos, and they want to have a standard transition area, they can certainly do that. But I don't think many people will, and the reason is because you'll have a support crew, and you can have a support crew, any number of people you want. So there's a pit area. It's a little bit different from a transition area. The pit area is you've got your vehicle, maybe a tent, you can sleep, you can eat, you've got probably a bike stand, you've got all your tools, everything you need. You can have as much stuff as you want. You're not restricted to a little space like this. You've got a double car space, and you can have an RV if you want. I would bring an RV. I think it'd be kind of cool. You can sleep, you can shower, you can do whatever you want with the pit area. The transition area, it's where we have the timing. So it's a flow-through system, come off the swim, come through the transition area, through the timing. We don't have timing mats. We don't have electronic timing. We're going to pass a number across. But the timers are here. They're tracking what legs you're doing and how long they take. It's very accurate. They do a lot of triathlons. So you come through the transition area to hand off your number to your next athlete, or as a solo athlete to come through and change. And that's changed to whatever it is you're going to. You'll have your support people, presumably, and then you can come in, change, and head out again. You don't have to have a support crew. We strongly recommend it. It makes it much more fun and much faster as a solo athlete, and for teams as well. So they've got always someone who can help them out with food and with equipment and apparel and all that good stuff. During the race we have a sports expo, and the expo includes live bands, entertainment, food vendors, kind of imagine Boulder Creek Festival, but down here at the reservoir. So there's going to be a lot to do. A lot of people, you want to bring in family and spectators and friends, there'll be tons to do. It's going to be a lot more than just a triathlon. This is an event. We're creating here a world-class event. But here we are, and this is what I would bring. Definitely bring a wetsuit. Not required, but highly recommended. I would bring at least 2 pairs of running shoes. I've got one here, but 2 pairs of running shoes, and probably 2 pairs of biking shoes. And the reason is, things break, your feet swell a little bit, especially over distance, and it's always a good idea to have a few options. High quality eyewear for the daytime, different lenses if you want to do it in twilight, want to use them in twilight. I'd bring a couple of pairs of swim goggles. Again, you can lose all this stuff and you want to have options. Lots and lots of socks. Lots and lots and lots and lots of socks. Again, the reason is over long distance, it's great to be able to change things out and freshen up a little bit. I would also take a frame pump. It's quite unusual for triathletes to have a frame pump, or some quick fills, but something in case of a flat out in the course. It's not likely, but it's certainly possible. Probability is that going for such a long distance, you're going to have some bike challenges. Gloves on dirt roads, road rash, that kind of things. You always put your hands down, so I always like to have a pair of gloves. It's a little bit more time, but it's also a little bit of insurance. High quality helmet, of course, required. Want to be able to talk to your friends and family. Plenty of water. We have a water sponsor, but we will also highly recommend that you bring extra water. We won't have enough to provide everyone with gallons and gallons of the best water. Bring your own as well. We do have some on course. We've got a couple of aid stations, so we will help you out around the course. What we don't provide, and this is a little unusual, is we don't provide cups. There's a reason for that. 24 hours of people going around a course, taking cups and throwing them on the ground is not a good idea. We want to be environmentally friendly, and that's one thing we're doing, is not having cups. Bring a water bottle. Bring plenty of water bottles, actually. You can refill them at the aid stations if you choose. It's so short, though, it's unlikely you'll need to do that.
Ian, what are those aid stations going to have besides water at them?
At the aid stations, we have goo and Goo2O and water. One thing that triathletes and single sport athletes need to be aware of if they haven't done long distance stuff, ultra distance stuff, is that your nutritional desires change over time. And it's great to eat goos and drink Goo2O and have bars, but after a while, and a pretty short while as it turns out, you're going to get sick of them. Ironman triathletes will know this, but even more so if you're doing, say, a 12-hour Ironman, you're going twice as long. And it's not that you may not be doing it continually, but over that time period, you're going to want to eat real food and solid meals. So my recommendation is to think about the on-course nutrition, but think just as much about the off-course nutrition if you're not going continually. And even if you are doing a solo, even if you are going solo, you really need to think about real food. And I'd suggest meals that you really want to eat, because in a 24-hour period, and you can try this, and you can try this at home. In a 24-hour period, try just eating goos, drinking goo2o, and maybe eating bars, and see what happens. Not a good idea. You really want to have a solid meal somewhere in there, probably 3 or 4. There's plenty of resources for doing this long style of event. No one's ever done a 24-hour triathlon before, which is why we're first. But you can contact us at info@24hoursoftriathlon.com. You can talk with Scott Fliegelman at Fast Forward Sports. Boulder Center for Sports Medicine has some great resources as well. You can contact Neil Henderson up at the Boulder Center for Sports Medicine. And the best training groups locally, Fast Forward Sports, they're tapped into us, so all sorts of great resources here. Tim Trohar at Colorado Multisport will be out here doing bike mechanic stuff. Our aim is to have something like the Tour de France with a guy driving around with wheels. And we really want to have this a really slick, not fully supported, you've got to be intelligent and support yourself, but we will help out. If we see someone with a flat, we'll help out. If someone needs a wheel, we'll help out. If there's something else that you need, we've got vendors that have pretty much everything you're going to need for the event. If it's lighting, equipment, apparel, shoes, you name it, we'll have it out here. We're going noon to noon, September 9th and 10th. Registration starts on Friday, but we go all the way through almost to the start of the race. There's no penalties for late registration. There are bonuses for signing up early. Lots of good reasons to sign up early. It's cheaper and there's a lot more benefits, but you can certainly come on day and sign up.